Hey, Chiefs Kingdom, before we kick off today's show, I need you guys to subscribe to the channel. Sub it up. Let's get to 10,000 subs from today's video. We're less than 200 away. 126 away from 10,000. We can get there with your help. Hashtag math, by the way. It took me a second to do those numbers correctly. Just subscribe. We got videos going up every single day. You could be the 10,000th subscriber. I expect a lot of subs to come in as soon as this video is posted. So hit that big red button. We got the latest Chiefs news, rumors, and all kinds of stuff coming your way, including a lot of rumors and beef between the Chiefs and Raiders coming up on today's show. So subscribe and stay tuned because we got a lot coming up on today's video. Welcome into the Kansas City Chiefs Report. I'm your host, Harrison Graham. As always, here on the Chiefs Report, got some rumors and a couple of news items to get into as well. So let's go ahead and kick things off with DeAndre Baker. Remember him? I mocked him in one of my Chiefs mock drafts from last year, like a year and a half ago, now on our main Chat Sports YouTube channel before we launched our Chiefs-only YouTube channel. DeAndre Baker got drafted by the Giants late in the first round. Had an okay rookie season. Kind of up, kind of down, nothing too great. But then gets involved in this wonky armed robbery case with Quentin Dunbar, who was cleared of charges a couple of months ago and has been playing with the Seahawks. Well, now Baker's charges have been dropped. And many are wondering, hey, could the Chiefs go and sign DeAndre Baker? Well, they are apparently one of 4 teams linked to Baker, according to a report. The New York Post, I believe, had this. The Cincinnati Bengals, Jacksonville Jaguars, Kansas City Chiefs, and the San Francisco 49ers are 4 teams reportedly interested in DeAndre Baker. Had 61 tackles, 8 pass breakups, no interceptions as a rookie with the New York Giants. But a player who I like coming out of college certainly would still, I would say, has some red flags, even if his charges have been dropped here. And just a bizarre case in which legal counsel from the people pressing charges got arrested for pursuing extortion, all kinds of stuff going down. But anyway, Baker has been cleared, and now we assume that a team could sign him before the 2020 NFL season is up. Now, I don't think the Chiefs necessarily need Baker for this year, but for a long-term play, if you can get him for cheap, maybe on a 2 or 3 year deal, maybe I could have a little interest. I'm not super interested. I didn't see enough last year to justify the risk. Even the Giants are like, we're not going to bring him back. But you do have Bashaud Breeland and Travarius Ward who are entering free agency this year. You got L'Jarius Sneed coming back. Maybe Baker could be that other cornerback. I don't know for sure. Maybe he can. Maybe he can't. You want to do some background work on him, work him out, bring him in, for the rest of the season, see how he acts. I'm all for that, but just remember, just because the charges were dropped doesn't mean this guy didn't have some red flags coming out of college and didn't, have some, questionable history coming out of the University of Georgia. So we will just have to wait and see, but I'm intrigued by this. I'll leave the question up to you guys. Should the Chiefs sign DeAndre Baker? Type Y for yes, type in for no. We'll go ahead and make this the pinned comment on today's video. If you want DeAndre Baker, let me know by typing Y. If you don't, go ahead and type your in for no. Another player who is shockingly hit free agency again, technically not free agency yet, he'll go through waivers again, Tack McKinley. So the Bengals picked him up off waivers after Atlanta had released him. They claimed him last week. Well, now he's failed his physical, so they have released him themselves, and he goes back through waivers again. There's a lot going on here with Tac McKinley, in my opinion. I don't love what I'm seeing overall from the former first-round pick in 2017. Now, if he clears waivers, I would have some interest, but I am not putting out a claim for Tac McKinley if I am the Kansas City Chiefs. Has only played in 4 games this year, 1 sack overall, not super productive, forced his way out of Atlanta, basically. They cut ties with him. Only 17.5 career sacks in his NFL career. He has some talent, he has some promise, but kind of like Baker, has some red flags as well. Now, he could help fill the void of like a Taco Charlton who's on IR and Alex Okafor who remains on IR. He could help fill one of, give you some pass rushing snaps there, but again, hasn't been super productive and comes with a little bit of character concern. So we'll just have to wait and see. I'll ask you the same question here. Should the Chiefs sign Tack? Type S for sign him. Type P for pass on him. I'm probably going to pass on him, but I'll go ahead and let you guys decide down there in the comment section. Just remember, with Baker and with Tack, both have some character concerns. Now, BetUS is something that shouldn't be a concern because it's a place you can make some money when you go to chatsports.com/ChiefsBet. Use that promo code Chiefs125. You can bet on this Sunday's matchup. More on this game in a minute. But Chiefs 6.5-point favorites, high over/under 56.5. I actually like the Chiefs and the over in this one, 38-20, Kansas City. So bet the over, bet on Kansas City in this ballgame. And hey, if you're on the fence and you like free stuff, if you haven't gotten going with BetUS, we extended our promo deal for you new customers only. Get going at chatsports.com/ChiefsBet. Use that promo code Chiefs125. And once you place your initial bet, email us, chiefs@chatsports.com. We will hook you guys up with a free Chiefs jersey. This applies for new BetUS customers only. So after you sign up to deposit and place a bet, email us, chiefs@chatsports.com. We will hook you guys up with a free Chiefs jersey. Who doesn't like Chiefs free stuff? I know I do. Chiefs@chatsports.com after you get going with BetUS. All right, let's get into some news. COVID-19 update when it comes to the Chiefs. Good news. All tests came back negative on Tuesday, apparently, which is good. Several players had been added to the reserve list, as you guys know, and hopefully some of those guys will be able to play on Sunday against the Las Vegas Raiders. The players currently on that list, Cole Hardman and Braxton Hoyt, were already on the list. 3 that were added yesterday, Eric Fisher, Mitchell Schwartz, and Martinez Rankin, 3 offensive linemen. So you obviously don't want to be down 3 offensive linemen for this game, but hopefully these guys can clear and be ready to go. Obviously, Schwartz has been banged up as well, so we'll see if he's healthy enough to play. He's also been placed on the COVID-19 list, but all tests negative, so once contact tracing clears, probably another negative test or so, and these guys should be ready to go. We'll see on Hardman and Hoyt because they were already on the list, but hey, all signs are looking good as far as COVID is concerned with the Chiefs this week, and that's a good thing because it's a big game against the Las Vegas Raiders. Some trash talking going on. We'll get into Andy Reid and Jon Gruden in just a second, but if the Chiefs win this game, you put away the AFC West. You're up 3 games with like 5 or 6 games to go. I'm feeling pretty good about Kansas City's chances if they are able to win on Sunday. So who you got? Type KC for the Chiefs. Type LV for the Las Vegas Raiders. Come on, baby. I'm rolling with the Chiefs. 38-20. You can get your score predictions in as well. Let me know who you got on Sunday Night Football. All right, let's finish with a little bit of feud action, shall we? Andy Reid versus Jon Gruden. This has been circulating in the Twitter streets, if you will, or the Twitter fleets for those of you guys who have logged into Twitter today. That's a new platform on Twitter there, the Fleets game. If you know, you know. But to get back on track here, Andy Reid on Monday basically said, look, I wasn't a big fan of the Raiders doing victory laps in their buses around Arrowhead Stadium after beating us last time around. He said they earned it, but hey, that's not our style. That's not something we would do. Andy Reid is focused. He's ready to go for this game, and he's 18-3 coming off a bye week in his head coaching career. Jon Gruden did not take liking to that when he was informed of that, asked if he had any thoughts of what Andy Reid said. This is what he had to say, saying, not really. I mean, you can find a smart aleck bus driver in Kansas City who made some snide comments when we got on the bus. Maybe that's why we drove around the stadium to pick him off. This is ridiculous. Next question. Imagine a bus driver living rent-free in your head. Couldn't be me, but apparently living rent-free in Jon Gruden's brain is some poor bus driver in Kansas City. But hey, who would win in a fight? We'll have some fun here. Andy Reid or Jon Gruden? Type AR for Andy Reid, JG for Jon Gruden. Come on. We know it's our guy Reid. He's going to slug some cheeseburgers and just knock Gruden out. That's what's going to happen if these two get in the ring. No, it's all in good fun. Let's play some classy football on Sunday, but Chiefs are going to kick the Raiders' ass. Let's be honest here. Big matchup. Like I said, Chiefs are 8-1. Raiders are 6-3. The Raiders win this game. They're only a game back in the AFC West, and they got the tiebreaker. So if you're Kansas City, you really need to take care of business. Should be interesting in that new Allegiant Stadium out there in Las Vegas. Obviously, no fans out there in Vegas, so the road, atmosphere, if you will, shouldn't play much of a factor, but it should be fun. There's some jabs from Andy Reid and Jon Gruden this week. I'm excited for this matchup. Reminder to get your score predictions in the comment section. All right, that's all we have time for today. I am your host, Harrison Graham, here on the Chiefs Report. As always, subscribe, turn on notifications. Reminder to subscribe because we are almost at 10,000 subs. We can only get there with your help, so hit that big red button. If you guys want to follow me on Twitter, hit me up at HGrahamNFL. That's at HGrahamNFL, and you can follow me there and send in your questions. We will see you very soon. I'm Harrison Graham signing off here on the Chiefs Report.